Gentlemen, please listen, take a heed. This is democracy manifest, that's the creed. I've done nothing wrong, can you not see? What is the charge you've laid on me? This bloke right here, he's done me wrong. Got me on the penis, stood there strong. Why did you go and do this deed? Is there a reason I need to heed? Eating a meal, a succulent feast. This is my crime, oh what a beast. Why do you charge me for what I feel? Is it wrong to enjoy a Chinese meal?
We have no fucking idea what we're doing.
Wow.
We've restarted this 4 times. We're so out of practice.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Practice.
welcome to the Bastard Cast.
No, wrong one. X-nay on the Aster Cast Bay.
on the Iggernay.
Oh man.
My co-host, Hell Brent for Leather, and I, of course, as always, is Mr. Nick Papa Giorgio from Yuma.
God damn it. It's such a good movie. I haven't watched it in years, and I really need to. It's so good.
It's my favorite of the vacation movies.
Oh, that's a tall order, but you know what? You might not be wrong. You might not be wrong. It's fucking solid.
I love gambling. Love Las Vegas.
I've never been to Vegas.
It's great. Love cheap buffets. Cheap women.
You're Jewish, showing.
Cheap lunch.
L'chaim.
A cheap.
I don't know why I just did that as Arnold. Hi, L'chaim.
Well, Arnold could wind up playing like one of those Jews that were digging tunnels under New York City to get around the COVID-19 things. Like, I'm digging a hole.
Hasta L'chaim. Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah. And Arnold's last name, there's
Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger.
There's a Yiddish term in there at the very beginning, which goes along with the second half of his last name. I am Will Bozarth, everybody. And we haven't spoken.
Introduction, son.
We haven't spoken to you all since Ozzy died. And
as I was saying before we went live, Ozzy died. We do an emergency show because it's just like it's fucking Ozzy, dude. Will and I idolized Ozzy and Sabbath and everything that fucking came with it. And we're like, nothing terrible could happen at all after this. This sucked. You know, nothing bad will happen again. And then the next fucking day, Hulk Hogan died.
And let me tell you something, Hell Brent for Leather. If you see the guy behind me, Mr. Nick Papa Giorgio from Yuma, he too is wearing the yellow and red, brother.
It's like,
so's that car on this side, dude.
That might be Hulk's actual Viper. You remember when he had the fucking Viper when he first went to WCW?
He didn't have a Viper. He had pythons.
But it's like fucking Ozzy died. And it was like when was it Lex beat Yoko and then Hogan came in and fucking challenged for the belt immediately or something or other. It's like, you know, Ozzy dies and Hulk has to come in and fucking steal his thunder too. But I will give Hulk credit. Hulk died, and it's the only time he ever put anybody over clean in the middle of the ring.
Dude, there's Yokozuna, Hulk Hogan, Lex Luger. Out of the 3 of them, only half a man is left.
Oh, the narcissist indeed.
Didn't he have a kayfabe steel plate in his arm, and that's why he had the...
Yeah, he had it right here. It was his fucking forearm.
The narcissist.
Yeah.
I still have the original Hasbro action figure of the narcissist.
Fuck
Pretty
yeah.
sweet.
So, we're not going to go a ton into Hogan dying. The time has passed. You know, it was pretty emotional at the time. I wrote a really long fucking Facebook post about it. Like, it bummed me the fuck out. I was a massive Hogan fan. He was a lying cocksucker. I mean, his book is so fucking full of lies, but it was entertaining. And
gotta keep it kayfabe.
You know, well, the most important thing about all of it is Hogan believed it. So, and he spoke with conviction when he told stories. You know, we'll always remember that time that he was going to audition for Metallica because he was good buddies with Lars Ulrich, and you know, come to find out, no, he was never going to audition for Metallica, and Lars had never been in the same room as him.
I guess you can't really get sued for telling lies about yourself.
Yeah, no,
right?
Yeah, everything he did was legal. He just, you know,
yeah,
kayfabe, brother, kayfabe. On a completely different note, completely parallel thinking, Will and I are both drinking polar seltzers, because and they're non-alcoholic, so that makes us extra gay. But yeah, I had no idea that's what he had. He had no idea that's what I had. I'd said something about I went to Europe and fucking came back and was on a seltzer kick, and he's like, "Seltzer's delicious. I'm having one myself." And we held them up and both saw that they said polar, and we had a laugh.
I'm a bit of a seltzer snob. I taste tested a lot of different seltzers a couple years ago, and my favorite out of the ones that I tried, which was like every major brand, was Adirondack. Adirondack seltzers were really fucking good. And then for whatever reason,
I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know if they're still around. I tried looking for seltzer, and in true Jew fashion, my local grocery store had like bottles of seltzer for like 30 cents a piece and all that. So got some of this, and it was better than I remember Adirondack being. Then they had a sale on the cans, and it's a match made in heaven, I'll tell you what. And this little Jew bastard's heart was going flitter flatter, pitter patter.
I mean, I know it's the flavor of the month, and they're overpriced as fuck, so that's why I don't buy them unless I'm like at a show or something or another. But I really enjoy Liquid Death. They've got some pretty good flavors.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's the sparkling stuff. It doesn't make sense to buy water in a fucking anything other than a faucet.
Yeah, I mean, if I you know had to buy water in a disposable container, I suppose the can is the best way to go in terms of disposing of it and such. You know, plastic bottles, fuck that. But yeah, I won't buy it unless I'm at a show. Joe Boo need refill. Joe Boo.
Hats for bats. Keep bats warm. Oh, where'd his cigar? Oh, there is cigar. His cigar fell out of his mouth. It's all the way over there. But
dope. So it's been a while, as we said. Hogan died. That fucking sucked. You know, I mean, fuck. When was that? Hold on. Let's see.
It's been a while.
Hogan died July 26th. So it has been it's been just over 2 months since we recorded our last show. Mm-hmm. Will's been lazy. I mean, busy. Maybe a little column A, a little column B.
If it was a Venn diagram, it will be a full circle of lazy.
No.
I've been busy with music and other shit going on. So by the time I get done work and done other shit that I have to do, I'm just like, I don't fucking feel like talking to anybody.
I've been busy with fucking traveling and doing my own show that I started, the Satan New Wave of British Heavy Metal themed show. Oh goddamn, I love seltzer water. But so I've been busy doing that, and so we just haven't really had the time to get together. We were going to try to do it this weekend, but Will got busy, and then he wasn't busy, and then I was busy, and so fuck it. We're here on a fucking Monday night recording this for you. So let's get started, I guess. Where are you with the goddamn zombie recordings and such? Are you done? Are you where you at?
So I dove into it full steam ahead, and I burnt out on it so fast because I was spending like every spare second writing
music.
That. Yeah.
You do that a lot. Like you dove into comedy head over heels and then burned yourself out on it where you don't really do it much. Then you do the same thing with music. And
I didn't burn myself out on the comedy thing. I'm just tired of the people that I have to see around. Like
Tomato.
I like a couple of them. A lot of them are nice, but I don't want to hear their jokes anymore. You go to a fucking open mic, it's just this, like, people telling the same jokes that they've been telling for the last 2 years, and like they have to read it off of a piece of paper verbatim. At least, like, I need notes just to give me an order of which jokes to do, because all my jokes are like 10 seconds to like a minute long, and to cram in that many in that short amount of time, you gotta fucking keep it going. So I have a list, like, my Kirk Douglas joke. It's a minute long. The name is Douglas. Indian is the connect the dots. Like, you gotta, whatever.
Yeah.
These people are reading it like it's a fucking script. It's like, I went blah 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 blah.
Which
blah,
I
blah,
get
blah.
doing it the first couple of times if
2
you
years.
weren't able to master it in front of a fucking mirror or something or another. But if you're
2
still
years.
doing the same jokes, night after night, and you're having to read them, maybe it's not for you.
Like
Rob Halford uses a teleprompter now. I understand it. The man is 70-something. He's been doing this a long time. He's old. I can understand that. If Rob Halford was having to read a teleprompter in 1982, I would be like, maybe this isn't for you.
And oh my god. So when I originally started doing comedy, like, oh man, 2013, I started originally, and I wanted every single word, like, I wanted to be like a long form story thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted it to be word for word exactly how I wanted it to be, and it just didn't work. So I quit that until I came back and just did one-liners. If you got to read off of a piece of paper verbatim every single time for 2 years, maybe try shorter things.
Yeah.
So
And,
anyway,
wouldn't you go up on stage with, like, bullet points real quick, just a set list basically to kind of keep you on track as to where you are in terms of what jokes you want to do?
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
I'd have a piece of paper up there with just like the name of the joke.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I was looking something up to double check.
I'm like,
I wasn't listening. You called me on it.
Fucking crazy over it. I'm like, this is exactly what I just said. I'm
taking crazy pills.
Oh my god.
Jesus. There's a reason we don't do this show anymore. We suck at it.
No.
I suck at it. So yeah, you're not really doing comedy so much anymore because of fucking shit like that. You burned yourself out on goddamn Zombie because you dove right into it and just went nuts.
Plus, if I say some shit that people don't like, might get fucking shot. Like,
shoot them back. You have guns.
Yeah, but I can't take them with me.
Fuck you. Everybody else in Philly has a gun.
I'll go to fucking Philly. I don't fit in at the comedy shows there. I'm not in the clique of the local.
Well, then
Philadelphia
get back on DDP yoga, fatty.
What's that got to do with anything?
You don't fit in.
Oh,
you don't know Zipic there, Big J.
No, I can't wait for him to look like Sharon Osbourne. What the
Big
hell?
Big J's a size 34 now. I'm like, what the fuck?
What?
Yeah, Big J's lost a shit ton of weight.
Yet Mike Bichetti still looks like Beaker with Down syndrome.
Mike Bichetti looks like Mike Bruschetta. Beaker with Down syndrome. It just registered what you said.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Mike's probably the nicest dude alive, but Jesus Christ.
Doesn't have Down syndrome.
He fucking loves trains. I guess that's autistic kids.
Drops of Jupiter.
Potato.
What other train songs are there? Just drops
Oh,
of
shut
Jupiter.
up! I said trains, not train.
Yeah,
And I
multiple.
think that's the only song that they ever did that anyone
That's
gave a
it.
fuck about.
I know how to solve this. Hold on. Hey Google,
Hey Google,
name some of Train's hit songs.
does it not talk to you?
It does. I don't know what. Hey Google. Hey Google. Tell me
Jesus
the
Christ.
titles of Train's biggest songs.
We're 15 minutes in. We've
Biggest
already
hits
hit
are
a wall.
Hey Soul Sister, Drops of Jupiter Tell Me, Drive By, and asterisk asterisk 50 Ways to Say Goodbye.
That's not asterisk asterisk. That's a quotation mark. You fucking retard.
Hey Soul Sister, I remember
Hey,
that
Soul
song.
Sister.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot that band existed. I was hoping it was like who was that band that did Runaway Train and the dude killed himself?
Oh, Boston. It's one of Boston, Chicago.
No.
What's the-
Runaway Train never coming back. Fuck. Quick, say something so I can repeat it back to you here in a moment because I wasn't listening.
I am over here. I am Nick.
Soul Asylum. Jesus fuck.
Oh,
Didn't the lead singer of Soul Asylum die?
pretty sure. So did the singer of. Oh no, you know what? Boston Brad Delp.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brad Delp was the one that locked himself in the bathroom with
hibachi.
Charcoal. Yeah, charcoal grill. But fuck, who was the band? It was either their singer or their guitar player that he was playing with a gun in like the 70s, and he was like, yeah, my gun's empty, see, it's empty, shot himself in the head. There was still one in the fucking chamber. Who was that?
He didn't kill himself. He died of cancer in 2005.
Are you sure?
The dude from Soul Asylum. That's what I was reading. Who were you just talking about after Delp?
I forget what the fuck band it was.
What are the context clues?
Singer or the guitarist shot himself by accident playing Russian roulette. He was trying to show off, like he emptied his gun and he was like, but there was still one in the chamber.
Oh, I've seen this one. The Deer Hunter.
That's a movie.
Yeah, that's what you said, right?
A band.
No, that one doesn't ring a bell.
It was like the 70s.
Russian suicide.
Shot self.
Terry Kath of Chicago?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Died on January 23rd, 1978 after accidentally shooting himself during a game of Russian roulette. He was 31 years old.
Yeah, his last words were, "Don't worry, it's not loaded."
It's not loaded, see? Yep.
Yeah.
Pow! Well.
Right in the kisser.
Yep. Night-night.
Went out the same way as people that live in Chicago.
Oh.
Don't owe that. Encourage.
It was a Spike Lee joint.
Joint. But...
So, yeah. All right. So, you still didn't answer my question, though. Like you said, you kind of dove into fucking goddamn zombie and then kind of burned yourself out on it. Where are you at in the process of getting everything recorded and such?
So, we did the, was it four song EP with the metal stuff, and then we switched over to the electronic music. We are 20 minutes in. We want to I brought up the idea to him to just release it as an EP and release the next 20-minute one as an EP, but he wants it to be like a full length, so I'll say at least 40 minutes, so we're halfway there. A lot of the songs are already written, whether they're still in metal form or in like a raw demo that he sends to me. So like he'll write a song flesh it out completely with like how he envisions the drums and all that shit. Does the vocals. I'm like, oh, that's fucking cool. Sends it over, and then I transcribe it into the software that I use because he just does it on what's GarageBand.
Sure.
So it's just like a layering thing, and he sends that over. Then I have to sit down and figure out what the fuck notes are going on. Then I have to transcribe each drum individually, so everything matches. So that takes a long fucking time. And a lot of the songs that I have, I'm carrying over from the original version of Goddamn Zombie with the metal stuff, but I'm converting all of that into like this weird electronic dance fucking thing, which I think it sounds fucking awesome.
Now, is this all unused stuff, or are you taking tracks from Handbook and turning them electronic? Okay.
The goal, I'm gonna be turning. Right, so there's 3 spoken word things on there that we're not bringing over. There are 3 metal songs that I wrote pre-Goddamn Zombie that we used. I'm not using those 3, but like all the other main ones that have like the Hammond organ and the full band and all that stuff, those are actively being switched over to the weird creepy dance music. But feed us. It's fucking awesome. It's super minimalist. There's drums. There's this weird synth bass sound that I've found, and we still have the Hammond. It's not a Hammond. It's a fucking pipe organ playing. So it's just those 3 instruments. Then vocals. Zombie the Astral is so far he played the melodica on one of the songs. That's like that keyboard that you blow into, like it has that tube and you blow into it. So he plays that on the song. He's got the kazoo going on a couple. He's got a harmonica that he's going to integrate. And so far I'm loving the creative process, because I don't have to pick up a fucking instrument. Nice. Everything's just programmed on here. It's like, all right, bring my laptop and hard drives to Zombie T Astral's crypt, and got to bring the generator along.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you get power down there?
I bring a gas powered generator, and it's a good time. But that one's halfway done.
We can get into it later, but just in terms of you talking about all the instruments and such, fucking Dickinson was playing a goddamn theremin last night. It was awesome.
I might have had to leave the show I was at before he got to the theremin.
Had to leave the show.
I wanted to stay, but I actually had a headache. Like right the fuck here.
That's not what you told me.
Oh no! I did have a headache, but that added to the fact that I found his band entirely boring. That helped my decision in leaving. He's a giant dickhead, so
he's not.
He wouldn't have. He never stops leaving the venues, and I was
correct.
Yeah,
but everybody knows that.
Yeah, I know he's a dickhead. So
he's not a dickhead. He gets mobbed by people.
There's barricades.
Yeah.
Barricades.
No.
And he's 4'2". He's afraid people are gonna step on him, get his lucky charms.
He would beat the hell out of you.
I don't care. I'll be on TMZ. Buy my goddamn zombie record, Spooky Squirrel Stories.
TM Zombie.
Yeah. Trans man.
So we've been a little inactive due to Goddamn Zombie, laziness, complacency, me traveling. So
and I have a list of 60 songs that I have to learn on the acoustic. So
Jesus,
that's
what
adding
the fuck
to it.
For?
So years ago, I used to go to local bars and I'd play for like 3 to 4 hours.
Sure, I remember this.
And they'd pay me well. Well, I decided I would like the extra $125 for a 3 to 4 hour show, and I'm going to be doing that again. A lot of covers, stuff from the 50s to present day, I'll be
If you
doing.
do the naked cowboy bit, they might give you 150.
No, 150 to keep it on.
You got to be like
and-
Mandy Patinkin and fucking Run, Ronnie, Run. You know, it's beautiful, but it's wrong. It's a lie. He should be naked.
Oh, I don't know why that reminded me of this. I guess weird comedy. Have you seen The Blackening?
No.
It's a horror comedy that's on like Netflix or one of those fucking things, subscription services, and it's a horror movie comedy from the point of view of black people,
Oh
and like the tagline that's on the poster, it's like, "You can't kill us all first," or something like that.
no.
It's really good. Really good.
Speaking of horror movies and such, Jen's been telling me, because I sometimes discard her opinion when it comes to horror movies. She's the horror fan and I'm not.
Yeah.
And so there'll be a lot of movies that she wants to watch, and she asked me if I want to watch it, and it just doesn't interest me.
Right.
And so there's been a couple of times where that's happened, and then fast forward a couple of months and you've talked about it. And I was like, hey, we should watch this movie. She's like, where the fuck was that attitude when I asked you about it? Maybe you should ask Will. So
is she around? Can you yell?
no,
Have
she's
you heard
at
her?
work. She's at work.
Okay, all right.
But she has been asking me for weeks to ask you if you have seen or what your opinion of Weapons is.
I haven't seen it yet. Everybody's telling me to see it. That's just how it is. I want to see it.
I watched the trailer and I was like, meh.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I know I'm gonna watch it at some point, and when I feel that way about a movie or TV show, I don't read anything about it. I don't watch the trailers. So if somebody says watch this thing, it's fucking crazy, I'll watch it. And until then,
I wish I were better about that, because Step Brothers was ruined for me because I watched the trailer.
never watch a trailer for a comedy.
It could have been the greatest comedy ever made, but I had
Yep.
watched the fucking trailer and I saw all the jokes already. And if I could watch it again in a vacuum and like fucking Men in Black blink myself and
Yep.
just watch it without ever having seen a trailer or anything for it, it would probably be the greatest comedy ever made. So
That's great.
all right, well, maybe I'll watch Weapons. I don't know. She's clamoring at me to watch it. She's seen it already, and she says that she thinks I would like it. But there's been other horror movies that we'll get like halfway through it. I'm just like, this blows. But then, like, we watched Long Legs. I liked Long Legs. It was
Fucking
good.
hated it. Hated it.
I didn't
Hated it.
love it, but it was enjoyable. We watched
No.
The fucking Monkey. Have you seen The Monkey?
No.
It was fucking great.
Okay.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was not.
What else did I just?
I guess
watch
it was
and
what I expected, because I figured it was just going to be an over-the-top retarded gore fest, and it was, but it was pretty great. Like, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you saw Nobody too, right?
No, not yet. I
Okay.
want to, but it kind of came out at a point where I was traveling a bunch and so on and so forth.
Right.
Is it out on any streaming now, or is it you got to rent it?
It's rentable, but
I'll probably rent it this weekend, because I've been told universally that it was amazing, and your opinion is the one I trust most on it.
Yeah.
Because
Now-
of your being a fan of Odenkirk and the first one.
The last time I checked, it was still like $20
Okay.
to rent it.
Yeah, that's
So-
not to rent. That's to buy. Unless it was like unless it was like theater at home, which they do a lot now. Where some of the movie studios that have streaming services, they'll allow you to watch a movie that's first run right now in your home. And yeah, it's like $20-something to rent. But outside of that, it's typically like $8 to $12.
No. So I just Googled Nobody 2 streaming. Consistently YouTube, Google TV, Apple TV, Fandango at home, Amazon Prime Video from 1999.
That's to rent, not to buy?
It says from.
Jesus. All right then.
Yeah, let's see what this says.
I might wait and see it then. I'm waiting on my buddy let me borrow it's been a few weeks. It was before I left. And it's still sitting upstairs for me to watch, because it's out of print on DVD, so finding it's a little difficult. But I've never seen Trick or Treat.
Oh,
The '80s fucking metal horror
Yeah.
movie. I've never seen it, and he's like, dude, it's delightfully shitty. Like, watch it. So it's sitting upstairs in front of the TV for me to watch.
That's a fair summary. Good review. It's a good
Yeah.
review.
But yeah, so like I said, part of the reason we haven't been doing this is all of Will's stuff going on, but I've also just been busy as a motherfucker. From actually a month ago today until late last week, well, no, I guess not late last week because we're into the next week now. Until about a week and a half ago, I was on the road. I went to Blades of Steel to see Satan, and Crip Sermon. Fucking both were great. I didn't get to really watch Crip Sermon because I was hanging out with Satan in the dressing room, but the dressing room was behind the stage, so I could hear him. And it sounded awesome.
That sounds like a fucking like weird black metal song. Hanging out in the green room with Satan.
Let's see. Where is it?
It's like,
there it is. So yeah, I was hanging out with them, and I have been trying for a long time to actually get a photo with all of them, because you and I have met them and just gotten them, one-on-one, or
you didn't have that group shot.
Yeah, so I've been trying to do that. Well, there's a guy named Mark that's a big fan of theirs and a friend of theirs who has a great fucking YouTube channel that I can't remember the name of. I'll get it by the end of the show here. But he does a lot of great fucking interviews and stuff like that. And he's interviewed Brian a bunch and such for Blitzkrieg and Satan. I mean, he's interviewed people. He interviewed Dio in like fucking 95. I mean, going all the way back. All this stuff's on his YouTube channel. It's great. But I walked into the dressing room while he's standing there talking to them, and he's like, "Hey, let's get a group shot." And so I was like, "Yes, I want one too when you're done." So I got in on it, and I was able to get this. So very happy to finally have the group shot with the boys, because I love that fucking band so goddamn much.
Why didn't you crop it?
Huh?
Crop it.
I will. This was just the one that was on my phone at the moment.
Gotta crop it. Crop that shit. Look at all that headroom, JFK.
No, I will. This is just the one that I pulled immediately. But yeah, so I was fucking happy as fuck to finally get that. And I didn't load the picture on here, or else I'd show it to you. But Ian, or Rexy, whatever you want to call him, his name's Ian Cleary.
Ian Rexy.
He goes by Rexy. That's his nickname. And he used to be their manager back in the day. He was their manager from at least the Into the Fire demo tape through Suspended Sentence. And then they fucked off back to Newcastle from London. And he did not follow them because he didn't have a reason to go back to Newcastle. His mom and dad didn't live there anymore or anything like that. And he was just like, man, I'm going to stay in London. So he remained friends with them, but he stopped managing them, and then they got another manager. But him and I have become really great friends, and he still goes out on the road with them now, like kind of running merch and running lights and such for them. But he brought me two really badass. They're identical, but they were handmade, so they're not quite the same size. But two really badass original Satan Court in the Act patches from '83. So or 83. So I have one of those in the archives, and one I'm going to put on a vest. I asked his permission if I could sew it onto a vest, and he said yes, absolutely. So got that, and yeah, great fucking show. It was the best show I'd ever seen them play. The longest show I'd ever seen them play. And they played Kiss of Death. What was it? It was 2 hours. Usually they play like 90 minutes.
Nice.
It was right at 2 hours. And it was cool because it was Blades of Steel Festival, which was a festival that was named after their song Blades of Steel off of Court in the Act 5 or 6 years ago when Randy started the fest. And he's been trying for years to get Satan on the fest, and it finally happened. So it was really cool that they played a really cool special set for that. I mean, they played more at that fest than they played on the rest of the tour. They played a few extra songs that they weren't playing on the tour. But Got Kiss of Death, which is a old demo song, which is one of my favorite Satan songs that Brian didn't even sing on, but he sings it live, obviously.
How often do they play that?
I mean, they play it, but it's not every tour, that's for sure. They bring it out at times. So that was really, really cool to get that. I was very happy with that. But just a great fucking set. I mean, a great song selection. I was very, very pleased. And like I said, just performance wise, song selection wise, the length of the set and everything, it was the best I'd seen them for sure. And then that was out in Madison. Oh fuck. Well, I mean, he did win because of a bunch of Jews in the courtroom with him, so I guess that works. But every time you move a little bit and it shows your black backdrop, it looks like the Scream guy standing behind you, fucking Ghostface Killer or whatever the hell his name is.
Well, it's kind of spooky.
Well, I mean, there is that. Wu-Tang is for the children, and for the white bitches. Good job, dummy.
I keep forgetting that there's a fan right there. I'm like, what? Wizardry.
But yeah, so got back from that out in Madison and decided to run over. I'm sorry, I ran out for that. Then I came back home, took a couple days to pack and just hang out, kind of the calm before the storm. And then I got up at like fucking 1:30 in the morning the day after Labor Day, the 2nd, and had to go catch a super early flight to head to Philadelphia, where I sat in the shittiest airport I've ever been in my life.
It is not worse than Atlanta.
Oh my God, it's so much worse than Atlanta.
Not
Atlanta used to be my fucking home base, dude. Philly is awful. Like a dingy, dirty, falling apart airport.
Yeah, that's how we like it.
Oh God.
We don't need any fanciness. We don't need fucking airplanes with wings.
Dude, the fucking stalls were falling off the frames in the bathrooms.
Yeah, go birds.
Oh God. Speaking of, I see that they're about to make you theirs. But I had to sit there for like 4 fucking hours.
I'm gonna be the rotisserie chicken.
Oh, you're gonna be like a porcupine if you had as many dicks sticking in you as you have sticking out of you.
That's a crazy looking porcupine. Whoa. Don't want to back up into that porcupine.
Oh God.
Do you?
As I told my coworker today, who's sporting a full-on fucking Thomas Magnum mustache, I said, but he doesn't make it look good like Thomas Magnum did. And, it was kind of the style in the 1980s instead of, 2025. I told him that it looked like that he probably wouldn't suck a dick, but he'd hold it in his mouth until the swelling went down.
Yeah. There's who the fuck said it? It's probably an old one. I'm not saying he's gay, but if I kick him in the ass, 10 dicks will fall out.
Yeah, pretty much. But so I had a 4-hour layover there, finally got to Atlanta, got everything settled. I'm on the Prog Power crew now, which is fucking cool to be able to say that. So we had a crew meeting Tuesday night. We get to line up earlier than anybody. We get to watch the presentation video and such in a little conference room with Glenn. And just so we kind of know what to expect for next year before the rest of the public knows it a few days later. Get up super fucking early Wednesday morning, do load in. That was fucking brutal. And then kind of just keep myself busy, helping do whatever needs to be done, helping to facilitate signing sessions and such. That's my main job.
What are your tasks running the autograph line?
All right, so I am on the lobby / vinyl club crew, which is where the signing sessions are. So basically my job, as I volunteered to do it, and I was kind of assigned a series of tasks, and I was like, well, here, let me do this, blah, blah, blah. And so it was decided upon that for most of the bands, unless there were 2 simultaneous signing sessions, I would be escorting them to and from their tables. I would make sure that they would sign the things that were on the table, because there's like drum heads and posters and stuff like that for Glenn and Nathan and Milton and all of that. And then I would make sure that they're all together for the group photo that they get by the table. And then I'm kind of at the front of the line, ushering people up to the table, kind of enforcing the item limits. You know, if it's a band that like Symphony X, we had to say 1 item per person, no photos, because we just couldn't get it done without it. And they wound up going over, but they did it, but it sucked. Like, it was a long fucking line, and I had to disappoint a lot of people, but at least everybody got their stuff signed. And just kind of being the enforcer of the stated rules. You know, if bands are not overly popular with their table, where there's time, or let's just say they've got time, even if they are popular and they don't mind doing it, because they're under no obligation to perform anything
Extra tech things,
Yeah,
other than play as well as you can on stage. That's their only
this
job.
is all volunteer. You know, we ask them if they're willing to do it, and they absolutely can say no. Or they can set ground rules. Hey, we have a hard out at 30 minutes. Hey, 1 item per person, 2 items per person, no photos, whatever. So the standard rules are 3 items per person. And if you want a photo, we'll do them afterwards. We'll have everybody come back through the line again. We'll get everybody up against the wall, get the group photo, you know, and just assembly line it that way. But you know, sometimes you got to be the dick and say, nope, sorry, we're not doing that. We don't have time for photos or whatever. So that's kind of my job, and just kind of being crowd control and just triaging people through, getting people through as quickly as possible. You know, having to be the dick sometime and go, hey, you know what? Can't have life stories, man. You got to get through the line. Like, if the way that it's supposed to be is from the time that you hit the first person to the time that you are leaving the table, it should be 90 seconds or less.
Yep.
And we try to keep to that. There's going to be groups where you have extra time to talk because they're very talkative, or they have time or whatever, and we're not going to be a dick there. You know, if they don't mind, I don't mind. But you know, sometimes they mind.
And honestly, people that have been going to Prog Power this long, I don't know what the situation has been this year or last year in terms of an after party, but like, you'll probably run into the musician you want to tell your life story to at the after party, or just wandering around at the venue.
Yeah, the Artmore is no longer the Artmore. I think they changed their name, but the Courtyard does not exist anymore.
Oh,
It is not a Prog Power hotel. We've not been in that hotel in 3 years, I think.
Oh, no.
So there is an after party upstairs in the loft, but it's after everything. And like, it's after the last band's off stage, because it used to be you could leave before the headliner goes on and go back to the Courtyard, and there's people already there.
Yeah.
But now the after party doesn't start until the last band is done, and it's 2 hours, and the bands typically don't go up there and hang out. Now there are absolutely band members that stay sequestered in their dressing room, especially your Symphony X's, your Sonatas, your big name bands, and your bands that are on tour. They're typically not out walking around and such because they don't want to get sick. Especially this time around, this time of year, the flu's going around and everything else. I mean, the flu wiped out Sonata on this tour bad. They had to cancel 3 or 4 shows in a row. So it's a little harder to meet people now, but you still do get lucky with people out walking around. If you kind of hang out by the ramp down there, sometimes you can catch the guys coming out and such before they get into Laura's van for her to take them back to their hotel or the airport or wherever it is that they're going. So you can still get lucky. It's just not quite as easy as it was before, where band members would just kind of make their way over to the Artmore. But yeah, so it's a little more difficult. But so it's really cool being in this position because, you know, I get to ensure that my stuff gets signed, because we kind of run the people from Prog Power. We kind of put everything down on the table, get all that signed, put out of the way, and then people start coming through. I don't always get a picture with everybody that I want, because, you know, there's some bands that just don't want to they don't want to do pictures with fans because they're just in time constraint. And it's kind of a dick move as we're leaving. Say, hey, can I get a picture with everybody real quick in front of everybody that's been waiting?
Your
So
staff. You're
yeah,
not a
but
fan
I
of
don't
your staff.
I don't look at it that way. I
I
did
would.
get Ada a picture with Sonata Arctica when we got back downstairs when I was taking them back to their dressing room because she's a massive fan. Her husband is who I took over for, who unfortunately passed
Oh,
away this
okay.
year.
Yeah.
And I was working with her, like she was signing tables too. And you know, she was kind of fangirling for Sonata because she's loved Sonata for years. And so she got mad at me about it, but fuck it, you know. She thanked me afterwards, and I made her start crying. But when we got back down there, I was just like, guys, I don't need a picture or anything, but can she get one? She's a massive fan, and she's been busting her ass all weekend trying to make this work for everybody. And they were like, yeah. So they took a picture with her and such. But you know, I got a picture with most everybody I wanted to get a picture with. I didn't get a picture with Symphony X. They were just in too much of a rush. But I did get. I have gotten pictures with most everybody in Symphony X over the years. But my favorite pictures of the weekend would be finally got to meet Jarvis from Night Demon. He's the one in the black shirt there with the handlebar mustache. He's their bass player / singer. He's also Satan's manager, and he's the reason that I'm working with them. So I'm very happy to be able to do that. But they played a fantastic set. I've seen Night Demon a number of times, and that was the best set they had ever played. Oh, nope, I'm sorry. That's the Satan picture. Fucking Green Carnation.
Nice.
It sucked that Jort wasn't there. Like I brought everybody up there and they all sat down and I'm counting. I'm like, there's only 5 of them here. Where's Jort? And so I asked, I don't remember who I asked. It may have been Kettle, but I said, where's Jort? And they go, he's not here. He's having eye surgery right now. He had to miss it last minute. And I'm like, well, fuck, that sucks. Because I brought my my light of day to get him to sign it, but you know, we'll see.
Hey.
Are you making any plans to try to go to Norway next year to see the trilogy?
I'd like to. I can't.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you do, I'll send it with you. But
I'd love to. They're playing all 3. So my question is, where's Trond?
He was not there either. Oh, no. I'm sorry. He was there. Yeah. But he didn't come up for the photo and the signing table. I don't know where he was.
Well,
he wasn't supposed to be there. He was there filling in.
And that makes sense because he's not on a record. He's just played with them live a whole bunch over the years. But, that makes sense.
It's like Aries Descendants when they did their signing session. It was literally just Jonah and I can't remember their singer's name because I don't know him. Jonah's my friend. I've known Jonah for 20 plus years. Who also their singer also happens to be in a Metallica cover band in like fucking Denmark or whatever. And they played No Leaf Clover and it was fucking awesome.
That's a good one.
Oh man, like it was great, and he sounds a lot like James. Like I was like, okay, yeah, I can see why he's in a fucking Metallica cover band. He's awesome. But so yeah, got the photo with Green Carnation. Had to because I love that band so much, and it was very unfortunate the mishap of their set because they were supposed to play an hour and a half, or an hour 45, whatever it was, and they had to cut their set basically in half because of technical difficulties that were literally no one's fault. Like it just sucked. But they got to play the entirety of their new album, which they really wanted to play. So I was very thankful that they at least got to do that, and they were very thankful. Like that was the main thing that they wanted to do was play the new album, and the new album is just fantastic. It's the best thing they've done since Light of Day, in my opinion.
So my question about that: so they were what, 3rd from last?
No, they were next to last. They were directly under Visions of Atlantis.
Oh, okay.
And Visions of Atlantis just they didn't, I forget exactly what it was, but they couldn't go on later. Like they had a hard out or something. I don't remember. They had to like get to the airport for early or get to the hotel for early flights or what. But yeah, they weren't dicks about it, but they were just like, yeah, we can't. I'm sorry. So unfortunately that happened.
So they had to cancel because of all the technical shit.
No. They got to play. So, Green Carnation started way late because of all the technical stuff. So they got to only play like 45 minutes, which was basically the new album.
Yeah.
And then they got off stage, and then the quickest changeover in the history of the fucking world happened because the fucking stage crew at Prog Power is second to none. They're so good. I can take no credit for that because I'm not part of the stage crew, but they are the best in the fucking business. And we had to build a fucking pirate ship on stage for Visions of Atlantis. So I actually became part of the stage crew right then because they needed all hands on deck, pun intended. So ran up there, helped them build the fucking the pirate ship on stage, which was already mostly assembled backstage, but all the pieces had to get put together on stage. So we did what should have been an hour-long changeover in like 30 minutes. It was a little insane. But yeah, so it sucked that they didn't get it. But Paul came up and did is it Me, My Enemy? Is that the song that's got the death vocal? No, it's not. It's later on in the record.
Well, no, I it might be track number 4. I'm not as familiar as I should be at this point. I haven't really.
I've only done a full listen twice. One they played it live, and then the other night I sat down and listened to the record when I got back. But phenomenal fucking record though. Easily my favorite record of the year so far, I think. I don't think I've listened to another record this year that blows me away like that one does. God, can I say that? The new Arian record, Arian, not Ariane. The new Arian record is good. It's very good. The new November's Doom is good. I really like the new November's Doom, but I like the Green Carnation a little more.
I don't know if I listened to anything else new.
Right now, I'm going to say it's my favorite album of the year, but I could be wrong on that if I go back and see other stuff that's come out. Like, apparently the New Testament just came out, and it's a fucking banger, apparently. I haven't heard it yet, but I hear it's awesome. And then let's see. Who else did I get pictures with? November's Doom.
November's Doom, yeah.
So, funny story. I told you about this because I sent you the picture. But I'm standing in the dressing room talking to them, and come to find out, Paul, who's in the middle there with the Iron Mando shirt on, Will and I know who he is, but some of you may not, and you might not recognize him as he's literally half the man that he used to be.
So Goddamn Zombie went on tour with November's Doom and Woods of Ypres back in 2011. And we also played with November's Doom in Chicago in like 2012 or something like that. But anyway, so when David Gold from Woods of Ypres died, we were both, me and Paul were both friends with him. So we joined up for a cover of Finality from the final Woods of Ypres album for that tribute. It was called, I can't remember the name of the tribute, but if you go on YouTube and type in Will Bozarth, Paul Kerr, Finality, you'll be able to listen to that.
And such a great vocalist. Like, one of the best doom metal vocalists. He's got such a killer tone to his voice. I love Paul's vocals so much. But he sees my Mando tattoo and goes, "Oh, you're a Mando fan, huh?" And I said, "Yeah, I was a Mando fan before it was fucking cool. Like I've had Mando armor since 2016." And he goes, "I make Mando armor." It's like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm a fucking prop maker." He's like, "I'm part of the 501st. I have a full set of the Mandalorian armor." And we get down to the dressing room, and he hands me, I have them put away or else I'd show him. He hands me a 501st challenge coin, his personal patch, and then a trading card of him and his armor on the front with his helmet on and everything. And then you flip it over, and it's him without his helmet on in the fucking armor. And I was like, "This is the greatest fucking thing ever."
Awesome.
So we sat down in the dressing room and talked shop for a while. And then Kittle was in there hanging out, and obviously Vito, since it was their dressing room. Mm-hmm. And I just said, "Well, since the three of you are here, we all have a mutual friend. Will Bozarth is a very good friend of mine. He's basically my brother." And they all started laughing. And then Vito goes, "Wait, I know you." And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "You do a podcast with Will." And I was like, "Oh God, which one?" Succulent Chinese podcast or the Bastard Cast? And he goes, the Bastard Cast. And I was like, oh no, it's been scrubbed from the annals of the internet. It hasn't. It's still on YouTube. Don't go look. But so we talked for a minute, and then he was just like, oh dude, we got to get a picture. So he takes a picture of us and texts it to you. I'm fucking dying because I love November's Doom, and I'm sitting there going, wait, how does the guitar player for November's Doom that I don't quite idolize the guy, but I'm a big fan of him. I'm like, how does he know who I am? Like, this is fucking bizarro world. And so yeah, I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, Vito's awesome.
But and then who was I talking to? Oh, so fuck. I completely forgot about this. I'll get to this point in the story later. I've got to ask him. He's in bed now because he's in the Netherlands. I got to ask him because you'll know who he is. So anyway, I hanging out with them. I grabbed a set list and got that signed and picked up the new album. They all signed it for me. Same thing with Green Carnation. But then let's see what else. Oh fuck, Mike fucking Keneally. I'm so stoked to have gotten this photo.
I'm glad to see that he's not wearing the mask anymore.
Yeah, and he couldn't have been nicer. So it was kind of a weird situation. So their miscellaneous crew guy, tour manager, whatever the fuck he was, nice guy. He was the first one out of the van, and he was kind of telling us where stuff needed to go and such. I recall he told me his name, but I can't remember what it was. But I asked him, since he's kind of seemed to be in charge of the guys or whatever, because they're not on tour. It's not a one-off, because it is a project that they have, but this was a one-off appearance in regards to not being part of a greater tour of anything. But I asked him, I said, hey, I'm a huge Zappa fan. Keneally's here. I have this really cool poster that I've already had various members of Zappa and the Iron Sheik, long story, sign. Curious to know if it would be possible to have Keneally sign it after the show. And he goes, yeah, sure, after the show. I said, all right, awesome, no problem.
So they didn't have a signing?
No, they did not have a signing.
Okay.
So they were the only band to not have a signing, and I'll get to that in a moment. So later on, a few hours go by or whatever, I see Keneally coming off stage. This is before doors, or maybe doors were open, but bands weren't playing yet. But he was up there talking to, I think, Rick, one of the guitar techs, or maybe he was talking to John, one of the other guitar techs. But I see him, and he's got his coat on, and he's trying to be a little incognito. But I say, hey, Mr. Keneally, I'm a huge Zappa fan. After the show, would you mind signing a poster for me that I have that means a lot to me? And he goes, yes, absolutely. I said, cool. I'll find you after the show. Thank you very much. Because I listened to what the guy said earlier. I wasn't going to bother him before the show about it, but I at least wanted to.
After the show.
Right. I at least wanted to put a bug in his ear that, hey, I'm going to come find you after the show if you don't mind. And he was very kind. He was like, no, absolutely. So a little while later, they play. They get off stage. I'm sitting basically by their dressing room door because there's a couch down there. It's kind of in the central area of the center stage, backstage dressing room area, because there's 5 dressing rooms backstage. There's 6 if you count the one that's kind of outside, sequestered away a little bit. But there's 5 main ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5. And a production office. But I'm sitting there, and he walks by, and he goes into his dressing room. They had just gotten off stage. You know, I'm giving him a moment and such. And he comes out, and he walks right up to me, and he's like, hey, you know, I remember you got a poster to sign and such. I was like, yeah, if you don't mind, could I get the poster signed and get a photo? He goes, yeah, absolutely. So he pulls it out, and he looks at it, and he laughs, and he signs, what did he sign? He wrote MK 2025 and then signed it. And looked at it and fucking giggled. And he saw Adrian's signature and Dweezil and Iron Sheik and such. But so we got a series of great photos. That's a really good photo. We took a couple more where he looks really like he's almost doing like the Italian, like suave, debonair, like, you know, the I guess it most reminds me of the chairman from Iron Chef after he eats the fucking bell pepper and he kind of looks and he's doing that look. It was like almost like that. But you know, I take fucking 2 minutes of his time at most and tell him thank you very much, and I fuck off. And then like 15 or 20 minutes later, who found me? It was Ralph backstage, and he goes, "Hey, Mohawk boy." Ralph knows my name. He's just fucking with me. Mohawk boy, the guy from Project is looking for you. I said, Keneally? And he goes, no, the guy that's with them. And I said, okay.
Uh-oh.
So I go find him. I was like, yeah, what's up? And he goes, yeah, don't you have stuff to get signed? I said, no, I already did. I saw him a little bit ago. And he goes, oh, okay. I said, yeah, I saw him before the show and asked him if I could get with him afterwards. And he goes, you weren't supposed to talk to him.
What?
And I said, well, you didn't tell me that. You told me not to get anything signed. And he goes, well, you weren't supposed to talk to him. If people talk to him before the set, it sometimes impacts his playing. And I'm like, what? And he goes, yeah, long story. Never mind. It's fine. I said, okay. But so long story short, that's why they didn't do a signing session.
Oh.
But I don't think it's just him. Because, I mean, they're playing some fucking complicated shit. They're all over the place. Yeah. They're playing Yes covers. They're playing Rush covers. They're playing fucking, King Crimson. All sorts of shit.
And honestly, if somebody goes for a handshake and crushes his hand, they're fucked.
Well, yeah. Stuff like that, too. So, I get it. But I was just like, I thought it was a little odd. Yeah. But he was nice about it once I told him that I didn't get it signed before the show. But my buddy Justin and his friend is apparently either was or is in a band with Keneally called, let me find what Justin said, because it cracked me up. I didn't know this. Justin, here we go. Let me scroll back a little bit because we were talking about Dweezil and shit. But yeah, a friend of his, or a friend of ours rather, I guess, John Rail is really good friends with Justin, and he's a decent friend of mine. But apparently a friend of John's played in a band with Mike called Beer for Dolphins.
I've heard of that.
And apparently Justin, John, this friend, and Keneally had dinner together before a show in like 93. But he was just like, yeah, he was fine then. So I don't know if just, as he's gotten older and frankly more famous, maybe he just doesn't jive with wanting to talk to a bunch of people before the show. He owes me nothing, so I don't mind.
I mean, I could see you don't know what the fuck somebody could possibly say to him that could just piss him off, put him in a bad mood. But you going up and being nice about it, I don't think that would have been a risk at all.
Yeah, but
then again, I'm not Mike Keneally, so what the fuck?
Right. But no, I mean, he could not have possibly been nicer.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Very, very nice. So certainly no shade thrown on him. He was a lovely man to speak to and deal with. So yeah, I got the Keneally picture, and then I got actually I can do this now, because usually when we do it,
you can
see my cursor. So this is Dweezil, here's Keneally, Adrian, and then Iron Sheik.
Yeah. I always thought it was funny how had him sign it in red and it blends in with the Sheik or Booty.
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. I would have been disappointed if he didn't do it in the red, if I had seen it in the red first and been like, oh, I wish you would have done it. No, the red's perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm not a big Saigon Kick fan. I never got into him. But Jeff Scott Soto is a great fucking vocalist. Mm-hmm. And Beeler's funny as fuck. He is just an insane, crazy person. And the couple times that he's come to Prog Power, he's been over the top. His fucking posts on social media are some of the funniest shit I've ever read in my life, because he's just an odd motherfucker. So they did a Saigon Kick set, called it Soto Kick, because it was the majority of Saigon Kick getting back together with Jeff Scott Soto singing. And I got done with whomever's signing session I was running, and the Saigon Kick signing session was still going. And Sue was taking pictures of people after the signing session was done, where they were just mean mugging the fuck out of whoever in the fuck was getting the picture. And I was fucking dying. And I was like, I have to get a picture. So this is the result. Look at Jason Beeler. Look at that. He's terrifying. And then fucking Jeff Scott Soto. And I'm standing there like, they're going to murder or fuck me. I'm not sure which in which order.
Dude, you should have had 2 fingers up. That's the only thing that could have made that picture better.
Like, that needs to be an album cover.
No, that needs to be placed on a coin. Like how we replace Washington's head.
But I was just like, I got to get in on this. And
that's a good one.
They didn't break character at all. He's yelling at people, mean as fuck. But
why?
If you know him, you know that he's doing it jokingly because everyone is dying. Even the person he's yelling at is just fucking dying because he's just a strange motherfucker who is hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome.
Then what else we got? The fucking crew photo. Right there.
Yeah.
Not a super great resolution on this one. The original is. But yeah, damn happy to be part of this crew. Because those
that's
guys
one of the
work their
coolest
asses
venues.
off.
That's one of the coolest venues somebody could see a concert at.
Oh, 100%. And it's wrestling mecca.
Yep. The location of the final television appearance of Andre the Giant was right outside those doors. Yep.
All right. So we'll pause there for a moment. So Pro Power was fucking great. I worked my ass off, 18 plus hour days for 4 days in a row. My mom came and picked me up Sunday morning to drive me back down to her place in Athens, which is about 75 miles away from Center Stage. And
home of REM.
And the B-52s and the Georgia Satellites. Well, no, I'm sorry. Georgia Satellites might be Atlanta now that I think about it. Driving and Crying is from Athens.
The winner of all of those would be the B-52s.
I'd say Driving and Crying. I love Driving and Crying. Dude, Fly Me Courageous is one of the greatest fucking songs ever written. So we'll go back to her house. And then we go out for dinner. Me, her, my nephew, my sister, who's back in the fold. Long story there. I won't get into it, but she's clean and sober and doing fucking great.
Nice.
Has a 1-year-old son who she wants to do right by. And then my grandma, my uncle, and his wife. So all went out to eat, and then I went back to mom's house with her and Tyson and just crashed. Like, I was so fucking tired. Slept pretty late the next morning, got up, did all my laundry and such, and then she took me to the airport that night, or that evening rather, to jump on a plane to go to London for a fucking 3-hour layover before heading to Amsterdam. But get to Amsterdam at like 5 p.m. on Tuesday, and my buddy Matt picks me up. We didn't get to do something last year that I really wanted to do, so he made sure that we did it because the only nights we could do it were Tuesday and Thursday. And Thursday I was going to be down in Tilburg for the Arion shows. So he's just like, I know you're tired, but fuck you. We're going back to the house. You can shower, do whatever you want to do. We'll grab dinner, and then we're going to head out. And he took me to Club Caliber, which is, I don't know if this is a European-wide thing or if it's just a Dutch thing, but they have shooting associations, as they're called.
Okay.
And it is a private club where you have to be a member, or you can be sponsored by a member to come in. And there's a range. And different shooting associations have different rules. This one happens to be on this second floor above an apartment. So they don't allow for shooting anything more than 9mm, just because it's too fucking loud, even with all the sound dampening technology and stuff that they have in there.
Of course.
But it is a shooting range / bar. And if you're looking it up, it's Club Caliber with a K. Yeah, it's a shooting range / bar. Whereas
Shite
rentals,
Sportsvereinigung.
yeah, that's the
Club?
street that it's on probably.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, you pay a membership fee to be a member there, and they've got a bar inside, and it's like a clubhouse that has a gun range attached to it. You cannot drink and then shoot. You shoot,
Oh,
then drink, or you just don't shoot and you just go in to drink. Because we got there, and you know, he goes, the guy running it asked Mac, who two of my friends are members there, so that's how I was able to go in.
Gotcha.
He goes, is he shooting? And he goes, no, he shoots a lot back in the States. He's firearms instructor. No, because all I would be able to shoot as a foreigner that is not a member would be 22. And Mac and Doc are members in very good standing there. Like they probably could have talked him into letting me shoot 9 or something,
Yeah.
but I wasn't going to spend $75 to fucking shoot after, you know, the rental and the buying the ammo and the range fee and all that stuff. I'm just like, meh, I'll just have a fucking scotch and just be in the presence of something really fucking cool. So had a
So
drink.
What were the prices like over there for ammo?
I don't know. I didn't even look into it. I didn't look. The gun laws there are insane though. So if you own a pistol, you have to be a member of a shooting association. It's
Okay.
the only place that you can take your pistol. And your pistol can either be stored there in a locker, or stored at your home in a safe away from the ammo and magazine. The ammo and the magazine cannot be in the safe.
Okay.
And that's the only place you're allowed to take it to and from. Other than like if you buy it at a gun store, obviously you can take it home or take it to the shooting association. But no suppressors are legal
Right.
at all for any reason. Handguns are
So it's like New Jersey over there.
yeah, handguns are very, very, very highly regulated. Long guns, a little less so, but they're still pretty regulated. There is no scenario where you will ever shoot anyone in self-defense and get away with it. You will go to jail.
Wow.
No matter the circumstances. I mean, if a dude walks up to you and starts punching you in the face, you can't fight back. If you punch them back, you too will go to jail. There is no self-defense laws in the Netherlands.
What are you supposed to do?
Wait for a cop. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason that I still live in the States and I have not moved to Europe. Great country to visit. I leave a piece of myself there every time I'm there. I love that fucking country. I will go back as many times as I can to visit. There is no scenario where I would ever fucking live in the Netherlands. It just can't happen. Between that and all the crazy drunk motherfuckers on bicycles that will just mow your ass down.
Really?
Because they're not paying attention or they're texting or whatever. Yeah. Lovely country. Loved it. Could not possibly live there. And gas is almost €3 a liter.
What's that in American?
Uh,
Convert that to dollars and gallons.
3 point something liters is a gallon.
All right.
So a gallon of gas over there is like €9, and a euro is like $1.08.
God,
like that. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So it's between $8 and $10 consistently for a gallon of gas over there.
It's like California over there.
Oh, way worse. California is like $5 a gallon. So went to Club Caliber, came back to Mac's place and crashed because I'd been up for like 30 hours at that point because I can't sleep on a fucking plane. But it rules that I can't sleep on a plane because I don't get jet lag. So I stay up until it's time to go to bed, and then I go to bed and I wake up the next morning and it's local time, baby. So got up the next morning and went to some record stores, which I bought a shit ton of records in Atlanta, and I got some more in the Netherlands. We'll go over those when the time comes here in a moment. Went record shopping. Didn't find a ton in the Netherlands that I wanted, actually, which was a little odd considering last time I found too much and couldn't get everything that I wanted. This time I didn't find enough, but it worked out because I'd bought so many fucking records in Atlanta that I'd blown most of my wad before I even went to Europe.
And you brought 28 extra suitcases to fit all the stuff you'd be buying.
Oh boy, no. I'm glad I didn't get a bunch of records in the Netherlands because I would not have been able to bring them back. I would have had to ship them. Um, I wound up having to check a bag because I ran out of room, and it was awesome because the bag check was free. It was supposed to be $90. It was
Oh,
not.
good.
Um, but yeah, so went record shopping and such, and then we went and visited my friend Maurice, affectionately known as Dr. Teak Star. He's an artist, and that's his name that he goes by. Does a lot of corporate work and stuff for various companies, but he's also a street artist and does a lot of patches and stuff like that. Like actually, a patch that he did is right here. Um, fucking glow in the dark Mario
It's pretty
with
cool.
night vision goggles holding one of the fucking wind up bombs. He does a lot of cool shit like that. Fucking, I love his patches. I got a bunch of them. I used to have a lot more, but I sold most of my patches. But hung out with him, and then the next day, got up and jumped on the train and went down to Eindhoven, dropped all my stuff off, and then snapped a cool picture of a legendary concert venue called the Dynamo. Unfortunately, and that's just really cool how that's in the fucking stone. Unfortunately, this is not the original Dynamo. It's on the original site, but the original Dynamo got torn down in like 2003 or 2004 and rebuilt. Just 'cause it was an older building. But so the Airbnb I was staying at was less than a block from here. So I walked in there to buy a t-shirt and they're like, oh yeah, we don't actually have any here. You have to buy them online. And I was like, you don't ship to the States? And they're like, oh yeah, we don't.
Oh,
So Mac's gonna grab a shirt and a patch for me and ship them over. That sucked because I really wanted a shirt and a patch. But yeah, like my Satan poster that I have up there, that was at the Dynamo. Death did their live album Live in Eindhoven. That was at the Dynamo. Although that might not have been in the Dynamo. That might have been Dynamo Open Air. I don't recall. But Dynamo Open Air was behind the Dynamo where there's some apartments now. But Satan did a bunch of shows there. Pride did a bunch of shows there. Testament did a live album at the Dynamo, I believe. Death did.
Dynamo Open Air.
Okay. Yeah, Dynamo Open Air was a big thing. It's not anymore. Now it's just Dynamo Metal Fest because the building is a lot bigger now, so they can entertain larger bands there as opposed to having to do it outside. But yeah, it was really fucking cool to at least be in the presence of that place because Eindhoven's a legendary metal city. But dropped all my stuff off, jumped on the train, ran to Tilburg, saw the dress rehearsal for the Aryan shows. Fucking great. Got a really cool swag bag of stuff that had a cool, you know, those like football scarves.
Yeah.
One of those is Aryan branded that I have hanging right there that I can't reach from here. A cool 7-inch record that was only available in the VIP bag. And I was
cool.
oh, that's going to be expensive one day. So I'm really glad I have that.
Yep.
And then just some other various knickknacks, a cool shirt and such. Go back to my room in Eindhoven, get up the next day, go back to Tilburg for the Friday night show, the actual full. I mean, the dress rehearsals are full production, but they're still kind of in practice mode. This is like go time. So, but it was funny because Damian Wilson fucked up because he was the only one not wearing in-ears. He was having to rely on monitors on the stage, and he fucked up at one point and then just like jumped off the stage in shame and came back up on stage and laughed about it and told everybody what was going on, and they restarted the song. And I was like, I love seeing shit like that because it shows them as human beings. And Damian Wilson's so fucking nice. Like Damian Wilson walks the line and is like, hey, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And like taking pictures with like 3,000 people as he's walking the line and shit. Like he's the most personable, friendly motherfucker alive.
When I met Brian Wilson, I got to see him and his band do the sound check. We watched like 25 minutes of their sound check. And it was funny because you got to see Brian Wilson get pissed off at people not doing their parts correctly. Like he stood up a couple times, walked off stage, then came back, sat down, just looked pissed off the whole time. It was awesome.
Holy shit. So saw that, and then Saturday morning, which turned into early Saturday afternoon, I wanted to meet up with a friend of mine who has become a friend of mine now through the being associated with Satan. He's a longtime Satan fan, but he actually helped start the Dynamo Club in 1981.
Okay.
And his name is Henry Certain, and you know him. And I cannot recall what his name was on the Nevermore board, but he is a massive Nevermore fan. He was on the Nevermore board. The moment that I mentioned Will Bozarth, he knew exactly who you were. But he's in his 60s, and he's a fucking massive Satan fan, massive Nevermore fan. He said Nevermore is probably his all-time favorite band.
And he lives where?
In Eindhoven.
So
he's Dutch.
Netherlands.
Yeah.
Damn. Dutch. I think Iris was Dutch, but that's not a guy.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't Iris. But
and what's his name?
Henry, Henri, Certain, Serton.
Shit.
But I didn't get a picture with him, unfortunately, or I'd show you a fucking picture of him. But he's very unassuming. So massive metalhead and such. Gave a great tour of Eindhoven, just talking about the city and various things that happened in the early days of the Dynamo. He almost got into a fight with Lars Ulrich in his buddy's apartment because Lars was running his mouth to Henry, and like Henry was a black belt in karate, and he was like, "I'll beat the fuck out of you, dude. I don't give a fuck if you're in Metallica," because this was like when Ride the Lightning came out, so they weren't like mega stars yet. They were getting there, but they weren't there yet.
He's like, "Come here, tennis boy."
Lars was just being a cunt to him, and he's just like, "I will fucking destroy you." And his buddy had to split him up and all this stuff. And then Lars like yelled at him again from across the apartment. Henry took off after him, and fucking his buddy had to like get in the middle of him. Yeah, just a great fucking dude. And he told a lot of really cool stories and such. And I'm gonna have him on Casting the Act to tell some old school stories and stuff. In fact, though, while I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna send him a message right now and ask him what was his name on the Nevermore board. Let's see where he is.
So what did he say when you brought me up?
He's like, "Yes, I know who Will Bozarth is. I was on the Nevermore board." And I was like, "Wait, I was too. I was Metal Militia 2000." And he goes, "Holy shit, I know who you are." Let's see. The Nevermore board. Will was curious, and I couldn't remember. But so he kind of left the metal scene, and went to the to the eastern portion of Holland, and taught economics for like 10 years. So he became like a fucking Austrian economist and like hardcore classical liberal, basically libertarian.
Yeah.
And studied Austrian economics and all that stuff, and taught it as a professor for like 10 years at university. Crazy. And then came back to Eindhoven, but just a brilliant guy, and really, really, really fun guy to hang around. And I can't wait to be able to hang out with him again, because he's got some great fucking stories. But
man, I'm just stuck on trying to think like who would be like 20 years older than me.
Yeah, I'll tell you tomorrow. Tomorrow, because he'll message me back and he'll tell me. But yeah, as soon as he says it, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, of course, that's what he said." But I can't remember who it was. But apparently he was a pretty big deal on the Nevermore board. Like, he posted a lot.
I don't know why I'm trying to think. For some reason, the name Dead Winter is popping up in my head. Wouldn't that be
it wasn't Dead Winter. Yeah, I don't remember. But so yeah, that's the Dynamo. And then the next day, I met up with Frans de Vries, who is another Dutch Satan superfan. And actually, I will get up and grab this, because it's close enough to me to where I can grab it without taking my headset off. He came bearing gifts, which was fucking awesome. So on the wall up there, and since I can move my camera now, I will. Beside the Zappa poster there, can't really zoom in, but let's see if I can just move. Let's see. I'll remove this from the screen. So there's a Satan poster right there. That is the very last show that they ever did as Satan in 1987 before they changed their name to Pariah. And it was at the Steel Trap in Deventer, the Netherlands, which is in the western portion of the country over fairly close to Germany. And I've been acting as sort of a archivist and such for the band, so I've been trying to collect as many boots and just other random stuff as I could. But he wound up actually having a bootleg of that show that he converted to digital specifically for me. So I have it, and I just haven't uploaded it yet. But yeah, 11/13/87, and then he gave me some cool old school backstage passes for I'm sorry, not backstage passes, tickets for Skyclad when Skyclad played in the Netherlands at one point.
Sick. So I'm still thinking about that Nevermore border. Would it be the person? I don't know if I pronounce it correctly, but EUS.
No.
Fuck.
No, I'll tell you tomorrow. Don't worry about it. But he also brought me a Vakken live recording, which I already had. But still very cool to have again. But check this shit out. I got to get a frame for it because it's ratty. I mean, it's got holes in it and such. But this is a stage-worn Pariah shirt that
Nice.
Mike Jackson took off and threw to him in the crowd. And they had signed the back of it, but you can't really tell what it says because it was in like a highlighter.
Oh, okay.
So you can't really see it. But I'm gonna buy a T-shirt frame and put this in it. Because I mean, it's got holes and stuff in it, and it would be a fucking belly shirt on me. It's really beat up, and I want to preserve it the best that I can. But yeah, he gave it to me. He goes, "Yeah, I have two," and I was like, "That's very kind. Like, that's really fucking cool." So I'm very happy
Hawk.
I think so, actually, because I think that's one of his a part of his Instagram name.
Yeah, Henry Certain. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went on the Nevermore board.
Yeah, Hawk 99999 is his
sweet
Instagram handle. So yeah.
Yeah, so I went on Ultimate Metal. I went to the Nevermore board and I searched for Netherlands, and then I saw Hawk, and then under that name, Henry Certain. So cool. Yeah. That's a guy I remember.
Yeah, but no, Henry fucking rules. Just a really fucking cool dude and a goddamn wealth of knowledge.
In fact, he registered on Ultimate Metal like 5 or 6 months before I did. So he was on there before me.
Sweet.
Yeah, I went on there, it was like January or February of 2002.
Yeah, and I was not on there yet. I registered probably within a year of that, but it wasn't on the Nevermore board. It was on the Prog Power board. I didn't join the Nevermore board until a little later.
Right.
Occasionally
I still go on there and I type something, and Rebirth is still on there, fucking posting who knows what. It's like, all right, dude.
But so that was mostly the trip. I mean, I did some work stuff on the end of the trip where I went out to Locum to visit a couple of factories for some companies that we do some work with. But yeah, I wound up going back to Amsterdam and spending a couple of days there, and then going to Locum and then coming back and flying out. But yeah, just had a goddamn blast. Like, just really a lot of fun. But so I wound up picking up a bunch of records while I was there, between there and Atlanta. So before we do this, should probably
Likes records, he buys them all the time. He posts all the good ones. His Instagram you should find at Brent for Leather.
I don't know why we do that. It's very clearly a fucking accordion. But yeah. So you got it there, buddy?
I'm playing the accordion.
But yeah, so starting the week before I left for Madison, I just figured that was a good starting point. So this Bodine 3 times running is actually Arion's band before joining Vengeance, before starting Arion. So and that's a fucking Japanese with the obi. Like I was fucking stoked that I got that. I paid like $10 fucking for that.
Nice.
But I got it because the same seller had the Roxcalibur compilation here, which is the first appearance of Satan. Satan has 2 songs on there. And it was the first time they ever appeared on anything, 1982.
So now you got to get them to sign this shit now.
I already did.
Woo!
It showed up like 3 days before Blades of Steel.
Oh, lucky.
Death and Destiny. It's a repressing of a new wave of British heavy metal band's first EP by a band called Mithra. Do you remember a record shop in Chicago? Did you ever hear of them called well, fuck, now I'm drawing a blank. Was it
That's
Impulse?
a weird name for a store.
Was it Impulse Records? I don't remember, but there was a famous record store in Chicago that used to be a brick and mortar store out kind of towards Allstate Arena.
The only stores that I know of in Chicago,
Metal Haven.
All right, Metal Haven I heard of.
Metal Haven, that's
yeah.
the guy that had a booth at Blades of Steel, and I bought a couple things from him. That's what I was thinking of. It wasn't Impulse. Impulse was another shop there, but Metal Haven is the one I was thinking of.
Metal Haven I've heard of.
Yep. So got those 3, and then he had a actual it's a repress, but it's a real pressing of Sinister Soldiers by Sorcery and not a bootleg. I had a bootleg. It's a 1 LP version. It's actually a 2 LP album, so it doesn't make any sense that a 1 LP bootleg exists, but it did. But this is a repress of it. Now, the thing about this record is it's like 1976, 77, I think, and it's stupid rare. An original copy of it's like $300. And it's like Sabbath worship. I mean, it sounds like Sabbath, but the reason I wanted it, the reason I knew what it was, is because a guy named Chuck Dorrington played bass on 1 song on it, because he was previously in the band before the album came out. And then when they recorded the album, they asked him if he would come back and record a song for them. And I think it was a song that they had played back in the day and such, because Chuck helped them start the band. Chuck Dorrington happens to be the father of one of my oldest friends that I see at Frog Power every year. And that's back when he was from Chicago, when he was living in Chicago, rather, because that's where they were from. And so I bought it and told Amanda, hey, Amanda, I have the Sorcery album that your dad's on. And she goes, no way. And I said, I'm bringing it to Frog Power to have him sign it. And she goes, you're going to make his day. This dude's a retired airline pilot. You know, he's probably in his early 70s at this point, late 60s, early 70s, because she's a few years older than me. She's probably 44. 43, 45, somewhere around in there. So that would put her dad between 65 and 75. But I know he's not 75. But I walk up behind him. I was like, Mr. Dorrington, I'm your biggest fan, sir. And he turns around and is like, what the fuck do you want? Because I've known this guy for years. I love Chuck. And I hand it to him and he goes, holy shit. And he opens it and it's like, it's a 2023 cult metal classic. So it's not High Roller Records or whatever, but it's a company that put some great care into assembling a bunch of old pictures and having a cool bio of the band in the jacket and all this stuff. So he's like reading it. He's like, yeah, this happened here. Look, there I am, and all this stuff. And so he signed it with just this big fucking smile on his face. And that was worth the $23 that I paid for it. Awesome. The new Crypt Sermon EP, because fucking Crypt Sermon rules.
Awesome.
The new Halloween, I've only listened to it a couple times. I need to listen to it again. I like it. I don't love it. It's not as good as the previous album, but it may grow on me.
When you saw Crypt Sermon at the festival, how long of a set do you think they had?
Probably 75 minutes.
Whoa, damn.
Yeah, they played a good set. I mean, it was at least an hour, but I want to say it was 75 minutes.
Yeah, I only got a half hour when they opened for Bruce.
Let's see.
They had to cancel their EP show because there was like a no compete clause with them opening the Dickinson show.
Yeah, they played 7 songs.
Okay.
So how long that is?
That'll be like maybe an hour.
Yeah. Because they played in Philly, they played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it was 30 minutes. So let's see, Glimmers in the World, yep. Thunder, yep. Christ is Dead, yep. Heavy is the Crown of Bone, yep. Master's Bouquet, yep. So they played 30 minutes plus 2 songs. So I don't know, maybe it's 45.
45, yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was a little longer than that, but I guess I wasn't super paying attention because I was backstage. But I was trying to listen. Quartz Deleted. It's the first Quartz album that was re-released 3 years later with some bonus tracks on it, but it comes in like a brown grocery paper bag sleeve. It's really cool. I paid like fucking $8 for it in Atlanta. So yeah, all this stuff was pre-Atlanta. This is Atlanta, and then I'll tell you when Atlanta stops. Fucking Chapter 4, Candlemass, original 1992 Music for Nations pressing, signed by everybody but who's the fucking singer on that?
Is it Thomas?
Yeah, it's Thomas. Which I met years later when he was singing with Therion, and I'd completely forgotten that he had sang with Candlemass.
Or is it Tomas?
I have a picture with him somewhere. So yeah, fucking Chapter 4, fully signed by everybody but him. Yeah, okay. Disciples of Doom, which is a bootleg, Fan Club Records, signed by everybody but Messiah. Mercenary Everblack, original 2002 pressing. So the story behind most of these records, the Atlanta records at least, is there's a guy that used to be part of the Prog Power crew. He may still be kind of adjacent, but he's not come to the festival in years. His name is Klaus Jensen. He's a Danish guy who managed Manacora, if you know them, and some other bands over the years and such. He was involved with, I don't remember the name of the fucking label, but I would, if I saw it, I would remember it immediately. But this collection came from him, so Glenn facilitated him selling his collection to B&T Records. Glenn cherry picked some stuff out of it for himself to buy, and then the rest of it went to B&T. So most of these records I picked up have like Klaus Jensen on the inside of the fucking jacket or something or another with a label maker, or awesome. on the record label itself or whatever. First press of Never Never Land to replace my repress that I had. Gamma Ray Heading for Tomorrow, except for it's not Gamma Ray. It's Kai Hansen Heading for Tomorrow. It comes in a gray outer sleeve. You take the outer sleeve off, and it's got the original blue cover, Gamma Ray Heading for Tomorrow, with him and Ralph on it looking into the sun with the sunglasses on. The label thought that Kai Hansen carried more cachet in 1990 than Gamma Ray because this was Gamma Ray's debut album. Kai had just left Halloween. Halloween was a fucking big deal. So they put that over it to try to get some. So it's a slipcase vinyl. It's the only one I've ever seen.
That's cool.
Vicious Rumors, Soldiers of the Night. So the first Vicious Rumors album. Second Vicious Rumors album. Third Vicious Rumors album. Eye to Eye, which is Tyron Pace. That was Ralph Sheepers' band before he joined Gamma Ray, which was obviously also pre-Primal Fear. And I had one of their records already that I really like. I did not have this one, and I'd been looking for this one for a while, so very happy to have found that. It's not an expensive record, but it cost me more to fucking ship it than it would have cost me to buy it. So finding all these in Atlanta and getting a deal on them, I was very happy about. The first Rage album, when they changed their name, because it says Ex-Avenger, they had to change their name from Avenger because of the new wave of British heavy metal band that was called Avenger. So they had to change their name. So they had Avenger, Prayers of Steel. That was their first album. And then they had to change their name, and they became Rage, Reign of Fear. And then Execution Guaranteed being their second album. Their third album, which is my personal favorite Rage album, is Perfect Man. Great fucking record. Sink or Swim. This is one of 2 CDs I bought on the trip.
What the fuck is that on the cover of Perfect Man?
Oh, it's just the the long-time quote-unquote mascot for Rage. He
Oh,
incorporates him. He's on several different album covers. Sink or Swim by Silver Spoon. I had never heard of this before. I had no idea what it was until
Sounds like a
I
grunge band.
I got shown a
Silver
copy
Spoon.
of it at Prog Power and told what it was. And then I found out that their drummer was there, and I badgered him for the only other copy that he had with him. The drummer being Stein from Pagan's Mind. This is Pagan's Mind before they were Pagan's Mind.
Weird.
Yeah, and I'm a massive Pagan's Mind fan. I did not know that that existed. And so he signed it for me, and I have it. And I'm damn fucking happy to have it. He goes, I wouldn't listen to it. It's not great. He's like, we didn't really know what we were doing yet, and it sounds like it was recorded in a very shitty studio, because it was. But then I found out that Nils from Pagan's Mind, as well as the guitar player from Pagan's Mind, who died in 2008, had a pre-Silver Spoon, pre-Pagan's Mind band called Sunset Strip.
Huh.
And it's Motley Crue worship.
Oh, really?
And I might have a line on the CD. One has never sold on Discogs, and I might have a line on one. He's checking because he's friends with the fucking bass player, and he's checking to see if he has any. Grabbed a couple of Night Demon records that Jarvis brought me. Venom Primeval. So I am current on Venom now up through... I think I'm missing one between Possessed and Primeval. I have to look. I can't recall. But this is the first album that has Tony Dolan, Demolition Man, on it. Ah, yes. It's yeah. I'm very jealous of that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Green Carnation demo, if you guys don't...
This is the In the Woods demo.
Yep. Part of the collection that Glenn got from Klaus, among them was the first In the Woods album on vinyl, first press from 1991.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you motherfucker. No Sleep Till Hammer. All right, so actually stop. All right, so Night Demon is the last record that I got in Atlanta. Everything else is from the Netherlands on. So Venom Primeval, and then Motorhead, No Sleep Till Hammersmith, to replace a repressing that I had. Warhead, Venom 12-inch, a couple of just random samplers, Metal Mania and Double Hard Volume 2. If there's a sampler that I like that has at least one good song on it and it's $10 or less, I buy it. If it's got a number of good songs on it that I like, I'll pay whatever for it if it's something I really want. Like that Roxcalibur sampler that had the 2 Satan songs on it, I paid $100 for that. Because it's the greatest new wave of British heavy metal sampler there is, so I was happy to pay it.
I own everything that had at least in one format that had Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum.
Yep.
So I have like 2 or 3 like promo records of some sort. It's the curse that we have, where we have to be completists.
Do you remember the new wave of British heavy metal band called Holocaust?
Yeah.
They changed their name in 1993 to Hologram and put out a really commercial sounding album. I saw this for $8 in the Netherlands, and I was like, I have to buy that. I haven't listened to it yet. I don't know that I'll ever listen to it.
So wait. Is that the Twin Towers? No, that's not the Twin Towers.
I think it might be.
Yeah, it is the Twin Towers.
Because there's the fucking Empire State Building off in the distance there.
Can you imagine if they still had the name Holocaust?
Well, they have changed their name back to Holocaust. They've been Holocaust for years. They only put out one album as Hologram.
Oh, and of course it has to be that one.
Yeah. Lucifer's Friend. I've been looking for that for a while. Now, this is not the 1969 or 1970, I forget which, German pressing that's like $300. This is a night. Go ahead.
Am I mistaken, or is that the name of the dog on The Simpsons, or is the name of?
No, that's Santa's Little Helper.
Santa's. What the fuck is Lucifer's Friend then?
I don't know, but Lucifer's Friend is a legendary German hard rock band that kind of helped pioneer metal around the time that Sabbath did. They just didn't get the notoriety that Sabbath did. A first press of this from Germany is $300, $400. I paid €50 for this, which was $55 or so. And this is a first US press, I believe, which ironically I found it in the Netherlands. But it's awesome because it's a fucking quadraphonic promo, and it's a white label promo, and I paid way less for it than I probably should have. So when I saw it, I was like, I gotta grab that.
Can you zoom back in on the cover? Because
Yeah.
I have another tidbit of information you might not be aware of. This is the very first appearance of young Jim Norton.
Standing with fucking
Michael Richards.
God damn it, that's better than what I was gonna say. I was gonna
Humphrey
say
Bogart.
No. Who
Indiana Jones?
Who played Eddie Monster? Not Eddie Monster. Who played the fucking who's the main guy in the Monsters? Like
Herman Munster.
Herman, thank you. Who played Herman Munster?
Fred Gwynn.
Yeah, I was gonna say it kind of looked like Fred Gwynn.
Well, just don't
Fred Gwynn and an Aleister Crowley that shot 50 men.
It's he only looks tall, but he's probably like 5'3".
Yeah, no. He once you said Michael Richards, I'm like, nope, that's it. He looks like Michael Richards. Arian's new album, it's fucking great. Like it a lot.
And I'm assuming he still didn't do any meet and greets of any sort at this point.
No, I mean he doesn't, and it's fine. I get it. He's a fucking recluse. A re-release of his very first album from like 1990 or whatever, back when he was just going by Anthony, but it's only on CD. It's not on vinyl. He didn't get it re-released on vinyl. It doesn't exist on vinyl, in any iteration. Crash Bang Wallop. It is a really cool 2 LP Dutch and Belgian band sampler of bands from like 1979 to 1984. Some of which I was familiar with and some I wasn't, like the aforementioned Bodine, Arian's first band. It's on there, and so on and so forth. And it was like €23 for this like thick box set. I was like, that's cool. I'll grab that.
You know what? Something like that is exactly what somebody like you needs, because you'd find so many bands that just didn't break through over here for one reason or another.
100%. That's why I grabbed it, because I didn't recognize most of the bands on it, but the bands that I recognized, I was like, this is quality shit. They're not going to put quality stuff on a 2002 or 2022 box set with shit. You know, if they're doing 2 LPs and they're going through curating this, I'm looking at it sort of like that 79 revisited New Wave of British Heavy Metal that Lars put out. Like, I'm going to find some gems on there that I might not have known otherwise.
And they got to look out, because then you're going to run podcasts about them and be their museum curator.
And then with Brent dying, I was like, you know what? Fucking Leviathan's here. It's pretty cheap. And it's a nice looking version. And it's one of the greatest metal albums of all time. It doesn't get its due. I mean, it does from certain people, but others just won't give it the time of day because it's Mastodon. And to you, Mastodon's first 2.5, maybe even 3 records are fucking great. The first album's great. The second album is fucking amazing. The third album's pretty good. And then they started to lose me. But fucking Leviathan is incredible. So Henry got me into this band. I had never heard of them. I had no idea who they were.
That looks like one of those fake fucking album covers you'll see on like Obscurus vinyl or some shit.
It does indeed. But so Max Webster, they're from Canada. Their claim to fame was they helped Neil Peart write some of Rush's 2112.
What?
Yeah. They're also a heavier Frank Zappa. It's like Zappa, but heavier.
Oh, man. Now I got to listen to this at work tomorrow.
Dude, it's fucking awesome. So I was at Concerto, which is a really cool record store in Amsterdam, and I'd kind of exhausted everything that I wanted to get. And so I'm just like, let me look for Max Webster. So I looked in a whole bunch of different places because I didn't know where to look. And I found this one, and it was €7. And I was like, done. And it's like still in the shrink wrap and everything from 1977. So yeah, I had to get it, and it's fucking great. It and the first album are fantastic. I'm about halfway through the second album listening to it on iTunes, and it's good too. But they had like 6 albums in their career.
There's only 2 albums on fucking Google Music. Oh, shut up, Google. I didn't fucking look. I mentioned this stupid bitch's name, and she started being like, I'm going to activate something on your phone. There's only 2 albums.
Yep.
Universal Juveniles and The Party.
The Party is a career-spanning thing. It's 6, 7, 8. It's 8 albums.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, because I was trying to find stuff too, and I was like, well, what the fuck? So The Party, the first disc that starts with Hangover, that's their first album. Yeah. The second album is High Class and Borrowed Shoes, which is this album. So, yeah, there you go. So listen to it. It's fucking great. Yeah. I made it like 2.5 albums listening on iTunes, and I loved it. I was like, all right, this is fucking great. So I got to track down the rest of the stuff on vinyl. Bruce Dickinson, More Balls to Picasso. It's a repress, re-release, remix of Balls to Picasso. Basically took what was a pretty fucking good hard rock record and turned it into a fucking metal record. It truly has some fucking balls to it, to use the pun. It's got some of my favorite Bruce Dickinson songs on it. So I grabbed that.
But it doesn't have the zoo.
No, it doesn't. And then the 7-inch that came in the merch bag for being one of the VIPs. So fuck yeah, happy as fuck about that.
Is anybody trying to sell that yet? Like, have you clocked a price?
I haven't looked. Porcupine Tree's new album, had to grab that. New November's Doom, New Green Carnation, and then this is some stuff that I got, and I got both of these in Atlanta, but I added them after the fact because it was taking a bit for them to get added to Discogs because they're brand new. And then I traded Tim some stuff when I got back, and got these gems. I got Trial by Fire, still in the shrink with the hype sticker.
Wow.
1979 bronze pressing of Overkill, which is a first UK pressing. Cinderella Night Songs, because if anybody says Cinderella's glam, they can eat my dick. Cinderella rules. They're not glam. They're fucking hard as fuck, bluesy fucking.
Also, Philadelphia band.
Yeah, no, great fucking band. And that's a fucking gold label promo. I got that basically for free. I was happy as fuck about that. Destruction, Eternal Devastation with the hype sticker. That made me very happy. Wolfsbane.
What does that cover look like? Movie poster. What the fuck?
The Raging Inferno. I don't know.
It almost looks like in one of the Evil Dead posters. Anyway, continue.
Live Fast, Die Fast by Wolfsbane. That was Blaze Bailey's band before he joined Maiden. This fucking record is great. And I used to have it signed by Blaze, and I sold it years ago, and I wish I hadn't. Practice What You Preach.
Awesome.
1989, Megaforce. It was sealed, and I opened it so that I could listen to it.
Oh.
Yeah. That was a $150 record. I traded I traded my Razor records for it.
Oh, did you?
And then something I've never heard of until a week ago. The Scintilla Project, the hybrid.
I'm gonna guess
what this
Scintilla.
is.
Well, I see Biff's name on there, but other than that, I have no idea.
Biff? A gentleman named Andy Sneap produced it and played guitar on it.
Okay.
There's another gentleman who you happen to know, who you happen to be a very big fan of, or at least were at one time. One John Kay of Biomechanical.
Really?
Yeah, he plays fucking keyboards on it.
Oh, so he's not singing?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe he does some backing vocals to Biff. That would be an odd combination. Biff from Saxon and John Kay. That would be awesome.
Yeah, it's great. So,
But I'd never heard of this. My buddy, because I forget how. Oh, I know how it came up. We were talking about Lance and Balance of Power, and I was like, yeah, the guy that took over for Lance and Balance of Power, John Kay, has a great fucking band called Biomechanical, and he'd never heard of them. So I told him to get Empires of the World and Eight Moons.
Eight Moons.
I'm an Empires of the World guy, but I like Eight Moons a lot too. But Empire of the World is like the one that drew me in. That was my first one.
Yeah, so my first one was Eight Moons, so that's probably why. So you have the Empires. Do you have a physical copy of that?
On CD somewhere, yes, because it doesn't exist on vinyl.
Okay, so next time you run across that CD, look in the thank yous.
Are you in it?
Uh-huh.
Nice. All right, so Scintilla is a sci-fi thriller film released in August of 2014. Lionel Hicks, one of the film's producers, approached Biff Byford to create a song for the soundtrack, which would become Saxon's No Rest for the Wicked. They were then inspired to create an entire original progressive metal album influenced by the film to coincide with its release. Biff then brought on Andy Sneap to co-produce and play on the album, and several more acquaintances of the project members were also included in varying capacities. Those members would be Tony Ritchie, who played in Balance of Power, Gypsy, Lady Luck, Snake Eyes, etc. He plays bass. Lionel Hicks, the producer of the film, plays drums. Andy Sneap plays guitar. Biff Byford sings, and John Kay plays keyboards.
That is sick. So John is the one that wrote all of the music in Biomechanical.
Yep.
So like he's totally into the orchestral, like film soundtrack sound. So hearing that there's another project with him playing keyboards has to be fucking killer.
I bought it completely blind. I've never heard it. I know nothing about it. My buddy was telling me about it. I saw who was on it. I went on Discogs and paid $22 for a copy of it on vinyl. I don't have it yet. I don't know that it's shipped yet, but I bought it immediately. I'm like, I have to have it. It's just too cool of a story not to have.
Yeah, especially with John Kay.
Yeah. So I'm not even going to add it to my iTunes if it's even on iTunes. I don't know that it is. I'm going to wait until I get the physical record and I'm going to sit down and listen to it. But it also kind of blows me away. Biff singing progressive metal. Like, that's not his wheelhouse. So I'm very interested to see how he does.
Also, what are they calling progressive metal?
Yeah, who knows?
Like,
is it amped up Rush, Dream Theater, or is it, fucking Nevermore? I mean, Nevermore was progressive metal.
Yeah.
So
like
who knows?
Progressive thrash at one point.
Yeah, I don't know. Andy Sneap plays on it. So, I mean, Andy played some pretty fucking great thrash.
There might be a copyright strike, but I'm going to hit
play. Don't fucking play it. I don't want to hear it yet. You fucking listen to it when we're done. But, yeah, so that's everything I've picked up. But, Jesus Christ, we've been on for a while, buddy.
Yeah, it happens.
Almost 2 hours, but I guess to make up for the fact that we've not been on. Yeah. So, do you have anything else you wanted to go over or anything you're not, Ron?
Nah, that's... Brick killed a guy with a trident.
Yeah, you should probably lay low.
I got to rewatch those movies.
It's so good. It's so good. I love Anchorman 1. Anchorman 2 was all right. Anchorman 1 was perfect.
I rewatched it. It's better than I remember it being.
Okay. I'm trying to will myself into wanting to even kind of be excited for Super Troopers 3.
I like the second one.
I didn't.
I mean,
there was 15 minutes of it that was funny as fuck. The rest of it sucked.
But when you look at the grand scheme of things, so Broken Lizard, Club Dread was awesome. Did you see Club Dread?
That's the only one of their movies I've still not seen, and my buddy Jan has been telling me for 20 fucking years I need to see it.
It's awesome. It's really good. You can't really say that their movies have gotten better since Super Troopers.
Oh, that's bullshit. Slammin' Salmon is every bit as good as Super Troopers. Every bit as good.
All right,
I will fight on that hill. I will die on that hill. It's so good.
Slammin' Salmon. And I did enjoy. What the fuck was the Hunchback movie that they made like a year or two ago? Oh, what the fuck was it? Quasi.
I didn't know that existed. I was going to mention Beer Fest. Beer Fest is great too, but
no, they made a straight to. I'm pretty sure it was Netflix. All the Broken Lizard guys made a Quasimodo fucking movie, and like they all play like 2 or 3 different characters a piece. It's awesome.
Have you seen Tacoma FD?
Love it.
Okay, I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah,
but I want to. Like, it's on my Netflix list. It's been on my Netflix list. I just haven't gotten around to watching it.
Very good, very funny, great characters. Guest stars pop in that you're like, oh, cool. They're on this. It's all. It sucks that it got canceled. It's the way it goes.
Yeah,
I think it got like 3 seasons.
Okay. Well, that's all I got. I think you removed something from the board down below.
Oh yeah.
You might want to add in the outro. Remember, kids, we don't know what the fuck we're doing. We haven't done this in a little while, and I'm tired. I went to bed super late last night because Bruce Dickinson was awesome. Oh yeah, I was gonna bring up something from last night. I said, yeah, I'll talk about that later, and I don't fucking remember what it was. Yeah, Bruce Dickinson, one of the greatest concert experiences I've ever had.
It might have been you saying that you ran into a Nevermore border.
Oh no, that's what I said I was going to bring up, and that was Henry in Eindhoven. So yeah, but no, Bruce Dickinson, fantastic, fucking great set list. There was a couple of things I wish he would have had in there, but I wasn't willing to have him take anything out that he played to put those songs in there, and he played fucking 2 hours, so I'm not going to be overly greedy. But
he should embrace his cover of The Zoo.
He should. The Zoo cover is amazing. It's my favorite Scorpion song, and it's Bruce fucking Dickinson doing it. I mean, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So, but so I'm fucking tired. I slept 5 hours, I think, maybe, and it's fucking 11:10 there for you. So I don't know what time you have to get up for work.
So just to recap, write down The Blackening. Or
yes,
or text the wife. Be like, Will said, watch The Blackening.
The Blackening.
Yeah. I already added that album to my list. What else?
Did you add both of them, Scintilla Project as well as Max Webster?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I want your report on Max Webster. I want to see what you think because Henry just brought him up out of the blue because I mentioned something about Zappa. And he's like, do you know Max Webster? I said, no, I've never heard of him. He goes, it's not a him. It's a band. There's no one in the band named Max or Webster. And I was like, really? And he goes, yeah, it's a heavier Zappa. If you like Zappa, you'll like it. They're Canadian. And that's all I needed to hear.
Something I like to do when I'm discovering a new band to listen to. I sit there at work with an earpiece in, listening. I'll listen to a band's full discography, and like kind of as I'm working, and if a song sticks out to me, I'll move my chair over, I'll notate it, blah blah blah. So I kind of have my own like little tournament for a band's best song.
Sure.
Throughout a work day.
Sure. No. My favorite song that I've heard so far is on the first album. It's number 5, Toronto Tontos.
All right.
Fucking great song. I enjoyed that very much. Hangover is very good as well. So
I'm gonna guess Tontos was like a bar or some kind of store in Toronto.
Yeah, I don't know. Or they could be talking about them damn natives.
Hey, yeah, gotta get them. Gotta skin them. Eat them on Thanksgiving.
Well, I'm fucking tired. We've been on for 2 hours and 3 minutes. I imagine you want to go to bed too. So, you know what? We're bringing it back. Go fuck yourselves, everybody.
Eating a meal, a succulent feast. This is my crime. know this tale that I'm here to tell. Innocence stripped away so fast. A humble man's dreams at last.